Alright guys, I'm just going to do a quick review of the Racer 2, the Makro. I've had the Makro 1, now I've got the Racer 2. I bought the Pro package. I don't often do reviews at all, and I don't often recommend machines, but after using this one and the Makro 1, I figured it's about time I'd done my first review on a detector. You'll see some things on here that you probably all know, and you've probably seen me or heard me on Dig This, Makro and Nocta forum. So yeah, I'll get on with it. It's my first review, if you have to excuse me. But let's try it. I'm just going to turn on the machine. Okay, so we've got it all switched on now. I like to use on the two-tone. As you can see, you've got an all-metal mode, a two-tone, a three-tone, a beach and a deep. As I said, I use the land most of the time, occasionally the beach now, but mostly the land, so I'm always on two-tone. Now, when you go down onto your gain, it's on at 70. Adjust this up to where you want it. I like it at 80. Makro 1's a bit different, I could punch it up to 90, 95. On the Makro 2, it's got that extra power. There's no need to punch it up all the way, unless you're in an absolutely quiet area where there isn't a lot of signals. But 80, 85 max. I mean, you can even keep it on 70 if you want to, but as far as it goes on the audio gain, you're not going to gain a lot by punching up to 90, 95. Now the ID filter, you're going to see when I go down to the ID filter, if it lets me go down the ID filter, on two-tone, that's why. Okay, ID filter, I've already set this machine. It usually comes as a standard on there at 10. I take it down to 3. A lot of people, they'll keep it on 7 or 8. You will miss the smaller targets without a shadow of a doubt. If you don't take it down to 3 or 4, most you want is 5, or you will miss the smaller targets. So that's your ID filter. Notch filter, I've always kept at 3, haven't changed it at all. Iron audio, I bring iron audio down to about 6. Don't need it really on the 10. You're still going to hear the iron through it, but you really need to hear the iron to hear the targets with the iron. Occasionally I've had targets that are sitting on top of the iron, and there's no way I'd have found those targets having it up that high. So I've always kept it that low all the time. Tone break, your choice. It's entirely up to you what you want to do with tone break. I keep it on the 10 now on tone break, but what I do is I go down to audio tone. Now audio tone, I think it's set as a factory preset at about 30, I think, somewhere around there. Now I like to really listen out to the different tones, the high and the low, so I put mine up to 60, which you can see on here. I'm not going to go into the audio tone noises because it's just going to be like an air test, which to me just doesn't work. It's got to be in the ground. So I do run the audio tone at 60. Okay, you can see now I've got mine preset at 87, but I do adjust that out in the field